Hello YouTube, and today I'm going to show you how to care for Platys. So what you're going to need to care for Platys is a heater, which you can see there, a filter, which you can see at the back, and a tank, which is what you can see. So while you're talking about that, you're going to need a filter to just siphon out, and it's going to be a home for your beneficial bacteria. And it's just really going to help your tank. If you don't have one, I doubt your fish are going to survive. So, and the heater is going to keep it at night temperature so that the fish aren't going to be susceptible to diseases, and it's going to be much easier for your fry to survive. So, onto the plants. Platys like to have dense foliage to hide in, such as I've got, I think it's called Jungle Val in here, which is rooting up really nice with lots of fresh plants. It's probably about half of this when I first planted the tank. And when you've done all this, you're going to want to put the water in and put a plate in so it just doesn't destroy everything you've already done. And then you're going to have to cycle the tank. So if you go onto a fish forum, they're going to have sections about cycling and details about it. I'm not going to tell you about cycling because I don't think I'll know enough about it, and I don't want to give you the wrong idea, so I might muck up your fish tank. So, but basically it's just getting all the beneficial bacteria in there and ready for the fish waste so it can deal with it. So your tank's fully cycled and you've got everything up and running. Now, you're going to want to get about 2 fish to start off with, so you don't get new tank syndrome. This is just where there's not enough beneficial bacteria, and it's just the water quality is going to be awful, your fish are going to die, and it's just awful. I had it once, and it's not fun. And there may even be a algae bloom, which just the whole tank goes green and you can't see your fish or plants or anything. To cure that, you just have to do lots and lots of water changes. Platys like slightly hard water, so just keep an eye on the pH. I've known people to have like pH in 5 and then move it to an 8, and that is awful. If your fish survive it, they're going to be so stressed. And if you have the light on for a bit longer than usual, something minor, it will kill it. So really keep an eye on your pH and don't put them in front of a tank that's 8, 4, 5 in pH and then into a tank that's 8. It will kill them. So next is about keeping the fish. I use flakes, but you can use such things such as bloodworm and little tiny shrimps, which I can't remember the name of at the moment. Yeah, that just the protein in the bloodworm's going to give them much more colour, and it's going to be a lot. The flakes will feed them and they'll be fine, but it's just not going to give them the same sort of just buzz out of it. And their colour's just going to stay plain and it's not going to be great. So, onto the just about keeping the fish. You're going to have your heater at about, I would say, 20 to 25 degrees. And if you've got fry in the tank, maybe turn it up a bit. And you're going to have to do water changes. So that's once every week, depending on how big or small your tank is. Mine's reasonably big, so I do it once every 2 weeks, unless the water quality is not good enough. So I have to do it more than that. As you can see, I have a pipe which then leads onto an air stone. You're not going to need this if you've got a big tank or a bubbler filter or anything like that. But say you've got a small, very small tank, 5 litre with 1 platy in it, you're going to probably most likely need a bubbler or an air stone or something, just so it gets more oxygen in the tank. Your fish have got plenty of oxygen, it's going to help the plants as well. So just bear that in mind when you're getting them. And when you're in the shop, you've got to look out for fish. If you're not looking for, if you want females but you don't want to be pregnant, just look out for the gravid spot. And just look out for, if they've got little white spots in their tail, leave them. And just select another fish from a different tank, or if they've all got it, just go to a different shop completely. If that spreads in your tank, it could potentially wipe out your tank, which really isn't going to be good. As well as just remember that if they got ripped tails, you could have them, but there's no promising that the tail's going to fix or anything. So just remember that while you're buying them. And don't overfeed them, because they'll get fat and it's just their water quality is going to get bad. So if you feed too much, the water quality is going to get bad, then the fish are going to get stressed and then they're going to die. So it's a pretty dangerous circle. So I give mine about just a small pinch of flakes every morning, and then sometimes in the afternoon. I don't think there's any problem with feeding them twice, but just don't give them as much as you would do if you just do it once. Just small amounts, lots of times, would be fine. So the different varieties of Platys, I have got a red wagtail and 3 sunset platy fry, as well as I'm not sure what it's called anymore, but there it is, that one. So yeah, Platys are very hardy fish. You could do a fish cycle with them, but I don't advise that. I'd use fishless cycles. So yeah, really, they're easy fish, they look nice. You just got to do your research on them, and they're easy to care for. So just bear that in mind. Do your research. Don't do anything erratic. If you think you're doing something wrong, contact me or your local shop or a fish forum. They will help you out. I know that. There's plenty of fish forums on Facebook, such as Tropical Fish Forum, Fish World, and all sorts of things. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and please just keep watching my videos. Thank you.